This is Petco Park, one of Major League Baseball's most stunning stadiums. Built in sunny San Diego for the Padres, it's more than just a ballpark. It's a modern architectural gem with breathtaking skyline views and the only MLB stadium where a 100-year-old building doubles as a home run boundary. But getting it built was not so easy. Lawsuits, political battles, and cost overruns nearly derailed the project, pushing it years behind schedule. Yet, when the dust settled, Petco Park didn't just give the Padres a new home, it transformed an entire neighborhood and redefined what a baseball stadium could be. This is the story of how one of the most stunning stadiums in sports was built. For decades, the San Diego Padres played in Jack Murphy Stadium, a multi-purpose venue that also hosted the NFL's Chargers. But there was one major flaw. It wasn't built for baseball at all. The field was shaped for football, forcing the Padres to play in a stadium with poor sightlines, vast foul territory, and a lifeless atmosphere. Attendance struggled, the team lacked a true home field advantage, and the stadium failed to capture the spirit of the game. The lack of a true baseball environment left the team struggling for an identity. By the 1990s, San Diego's East Village was in decline, a neglected district filled with abandoned warehouses, empty lots, and rising crime. But since other cities were seeing success with stadium-driven revitalization, San Diego wanted a similar effect. Therefore, a grand vision was born: Petco Park, a baseball stadium that would blend modern architecture with San Diego's maritime and industrial heritage. The Padres, led by owner John Moores, proposed a financing plan. The team would cover part of the cost, but the rest would come from public funding, city-issued bonds backed by tax revenue. This idea divided the city. Supporters believed the project would bring jobs, tourism, and urban renewal. Critics saw it as a risky, taxpayer-funded gamble that could leave the city in debt. Therefore, in 1998, the stadium's fate was left to the voters. Proposition C, a ballot measure approving public funding, was put to a citywide vote. After months of heated debate, it passed with 59.64% support. It seemed like the stadium was a done deal. But securing the votes was just the beginning. What followed was years of chaos, lawsuits, political infighting, and financial turmoil that made many question whether Petco Park would ever be built. How did Petco Park survive the chaos and make it to construction? That battle is about to unfold. The Proposition C was passed, but the lawsuits began and continued for several years. Environmental groups, business owners, and anti-tax activists all sued to stop construction. They argued that the stadium would cause traffic congestion, harm historic sites, and misuse taxpayer money. Therefore, the construction, planned to begin in October, was halted due to the legal battles. During this time, cranes stood idle, costs escalated, and the 2002 expected opening was no longer possible. One of the biggest obstacles was the Western Metal Supply Company building. This historic 1909 warehouse stood directly on the stadium site. As a historic landmark since 1978, the demolition was almost impossible. But an unexpected solution emerged. Instead of tearing it down, architects decided to incorporate it into the stadium itself, turning it into a key design feature, a move that made Petco Park truly one of a kind. The construction finally continued in February 2002, but the delay had serious consequences. Costs had ballooned, and the timeline was tighter than ever. Therefore, the new target was spring 2004.
We had a great construction team, a great design team, and there was tension in the design team, but with Antoine and Joe Spear in particular, they were able to bring people together and keep people together.
The design was led by Antoine Predock in collaboration with HOK Sport, now Populous, the same firm behind Oriole Park at Camden Yards, which set the gold standard for urban ballparks. The stadium was designed to be aesthetically striking, yet structurally durable. To achieve this, engineers turned a mix of cast-in-place concrete, precast concrete, and structural steel, ensuring the structure could withstand earthquakes and San Diego's coastal climate. These materials were chosen not just for durability, but also to create a visually distinct look, inspired by the nearby cliffs and beaches. The Western Metal Supply Company building was turned into one of the stadium's most unique features. The 4-story, 51,400 square foot building was structurally integrated into the left field corner. Its southeast corner became the foul pole, while the upper floors were converted into luxury suites and rooftop seating. But integrating a 100-year-old structure into a modern stadium wasn't easy. Therefore, engineers had to ensure that the old brick walls wouldn't collapse during earthquakes. To solve this, they used base isolation techniques, a method also used in earthquake-resistant skyscrapers. Shock-absorbing foundation pads were installed beneath the building, allowing it to move independently from the rest of the stadium during seismic activity. Seating was another major focus of Petco Park's design. Instead of the steep upper decks seen in many older ballparks, designers opted for a more intimate seating arrangement, ensuring that fans stayed close to the action. The stadium offered 42,445 seats, but renovations and modifications have reduced this number to 39,860 as of 2024. Premium seating options were also introduced, including 75 luxury suites, 5,000 club seats, and the Western Metal rooftop deck. Fans looking for a casual experience could enjoy the Park at the Park, a 2.7-acre public green space beyond the outfield fence, allowing for picnic-style viewing, a feature that set Petco Park apart from most other MLB stadiums. But building the perfect playing field was another challenge. San Diego's mild climate and proximity to the ocean meant that humidity control and drainage were crucial. Therefore, the construction team installed a high-tech drainage system beneath the field, ensuring that rainwater quickly filtered through layers of sand and gravel instead of pooling on the grass. The stadium features a bullseye Bermuda grass playing surface, chosen for its resilience, durability, and aesthetic appeal.
And basically, we were able to pull the stage out without hurting our field. And had we not had that, we would have had to use something else that would have compromised the playing surface while pulling that big stage out.
Petco Park also introduced a carefully designed sound system with over 500 computer-controlled speakers strategically placed around the ballpark. This design minimizes echo and distortion, ensuring fans in all seating areas experience high-quality sound. The main video board, located above the left field stands, measures approximately 61.2 feet in height and 123.6 feet in width, covering over 7,500 square feet, approximately 1.5 times the size of a professional basketball court. This board, installed in 2015, was among the largest in Major League Baseball at the time. In 2018, Petco Park installed a right field video board measuring 31 feet high and 55 feet wide, comparable in size to a 3-story building and nearly as wide as a standard NBA basketball court, along with 2 side panels. The older, smaller display had restricted views for many fans, making it difficult to follow the game from certain areas. Therefore, the new auxiliary board was introduced to improve visibility and enhance the fan experience. Petco Park was built to elevate the fan experience beyond just baseball. The stadium's dining options were a game changer, moving away from traditional ballpark food. Instead of just hot dogs and popcorn, fans could enjoy gourmet tacos, sushi, and craft beer from local breweries, reflecting San Diego's food culture. Another unique feature was its open-air concourse system, allowing fans to see the field from nearly every concession stand and walkway, something rarely seen in older stadiums. But traditional ballparks often trap fans in enclosed concourses, cutting them off from the action. Therefore, Petco Park's design ensured that fans remained connected to the game no matter where they were. With less than a year to go, Petco Park's construction team worked around the clock to meet the 2004 deadline. The stadium was compared to other modern urban ballparks, including Oracle Park in San Francisco and T-Mobile Park in Seattle, both of which blended stunning views with fan-friendly design. But while Oracle Park embraced a retro aesthetic with classic brickwork, Petco Park took a different approach. Therefore, it was built with a sleek, contemporary style, using sandstone and steel to reflect San Diego's natural landscape. But despite its beauty and success, some critics argued that the stadium wasn't the financial victory it was promised to be. Therefore, debates over its economic impact continued long after the first pitch was thrown. Did Petco Park truly revitalize downtown San Diego, or did taxpayers end up paying too high a price? When Petco Park finally opened in 2004, it was hailed as one of the most architecturally stunning stadiums in Major League Baseball.
I think it's got more character than any ballpark I've ever seen, certainly at its original opening. It's just brings the whole game to life. I think it's a credit not only to San Diego.
Fans and players alike praised its unique open-air design, modern amenities, and breathtaking views of San Diego's skyline. But beyond the aesthetics, the stadium had a larger goal: to revitalize downtown San Diego. So, did it succeed? The financial model behind Petco Park was a mix of public and private funding. The stadium's total cost of $474 million, roughly $750 million today, was financed through $301 million from the city of San Diego, and the remaining amount covered by the Padres. But the project was expected to fuel economic growth, attract tourism, and increase property values in the surrounding neighborhoods. And in many ways, it did. Therefore, in the years following its opening, Petco Park became a key driver of downtown revitalization. The once neglected East Village transformed into a thriving urban hub, with restaurants, hotels, and high-rise apartments, contributing to redevelopment projects worth approximately $4.25 billion by 2007. As of 2013, Petco Park had an annual attendance of approximately 2.16 million, with non-local visitors generating about $67.6 million in spending. Unlike newer stadium projects, such as Truist Park in Atlanta, which moved to the suburbs, Petco Park demonstrated that a stadium could serve as a catalyst for downtown growth rather than relocating away from it. Similar to Wembley Stadium in London, it proved that integrating a sports venue into the city center could redefine an entire district. As for the future, Petco Park continues to evolve. In recent years, renovations have been made to enhance fan experiences, including a $20 million upgrade to Gallagher Square, expanded dining options, and improved seating areas. Was Petco Park worth it? The answer depends on who you ask. But one thing is certain: it changed the landscape of San Diego forever. Ready to be amazed by the next groundbreaking construction project? Click on the video now and dive into a world where engineering and imagination collide. See you there.